what happens, when, say, suppose when I die, and my mind and intellect, and so whatever the soul definition for everybody is, it moves from one body to the other. But if God is everywhere, it's in literally filled in the space, God. So how can it move if God is everywhere?
This is a question that puzzles a lot of Hindus. I'll just give you a simple example, kind of light-hearted example. When somebody passes away, we hope nobody passes away, but people do pass away. Then you go to the cremation ground, and then they all say, atlo mahan atma to chalyo gayo, this wonderful soul has departed. And then they read the Bhagavad Gita. This Atman is never born, he never dies. So you just were saying this, you just sent him off and he's not died. You need to come to cremate the guy. So what is actually going on? On one hand, the Atman never dies, he's never born, he's everywhere, as he said, God is everywhere. Next means that so what's happening? How do you reconcile? It's very important. The answer is this. The word Atman, you may think there are two words we need to kind of distinguish. One is Atman, that is, Atma is the right pronunciation. The second word is Jeevatman. There's a big difference between the first and the second. The first one says God, everywhere, never born, never dies, everywhere, permeates the whole of this creation. The second word says this very thing that never is born, never dies, is everywhere, becomes, if you like, somehow caught up, or appears to have been caught up. The word is appears to be caught up in a little mind and body complex. Yay, I'm here. And that is called Jeevatma. So Jeevatma is a tiddler who comes and goes, who dies, who is reborn. But Atman, the word is, there's a the difference is this. Atman is the spirit, undifferentiated, permeating the whole creation. Jeevatman is the appearance of this Atman caught up in a tiddly little body and mind complex. So Jeevatma is not a bigger word, because the word is bigger, Jeevatma, but it actually means a tiddler. Atman is the wide vision. Jeevatma is, if you like, embodied. That's the English word. Embodied spirit. Means a spirit that appears to have been caught up. The word is appears. If it ever gets caught up, then it's worthless. Just appears to have been caught up in the body and mind complex. And that appearance has a habit of going from one body to another body. So when that body becomes diseased, ill, it gives that up, but the momentum it has generated for itself, the mind, the emotions, the desires, will not let it stop. It's wound up. The poor chap is wound up. So he tries to unwind in another body. So he acquires another body to unwind, start the game again. With me, chocolate cakes. Not enough. So I go into the next one, say, more chocolate cake. So it's a Jeevatman with his unfulfilled desires, with his drives, that is, if you like, looking for an outlet. So that leaves one body and say, where else do I go? And discovers another body where it's conceived and then starts the journey again. But the Atman, there's a lovely way of explaining this, a nice metaphor. How to distinguish Atman from Jeevatman. Suppose you go to the seaside on a sunny day, and I've used this example many times, and you're on the cliff, Dover cliffs, and sunny morning in England is very strange, but it's good to see. And you look up at the sea. Suddenly, the waves, every wave, if you like, at the crest of every wave is a spark. Real spark, like fire. The sea seems to have come alive. All this little sparkle on the surface of the water. You think, wow, it's all come alive. In one moment, the wave goes up, the sparkle is there. The wave goes down, the sparkle disappears. Again, another wave is created where the sparkle reappears. So the sparkling thing that appears and disappears goes from one crest of one wave to another wave. That is Jeevatman. Atman is the sun. It never came down to the water. It appeared to be playing in all these different forms and moving from one body to another body, transmigrating. So the most important thing the Hindus must understand is the word Atman is the spirit, God itself. And the word Jeevatman is this lovely chap getting caught up and appearing to be a little tiddler. This is the tiddler moves about. The spirit is everywhere all the time.